Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of Roll20 Presents D&D Adventurers League. As usual, I'm surrounded by goofballs.
Salutations and good morning.
How's everybody doing?
The goofiest.
I mean, I referred to you as my favorite nerds, so I guess that's...
See, Elf has nice things to say, and Adam's just kind of...
Listen. Every single time I have not been here and you've done something without me, y'all have said some incendiary shit about me. So.
That's true. We do kind of get on your back when you're not here.
Yeah.
Because what good friend doesn't? Let's be honest.
It's true.
It's fun.
You're cruel.
It's fun.
It's fun.
It's fun, yeah.
It's real fun.
Talk shit about your friends. It's great.
So how's everybody been?
Now I feel like an asshole. Pretty good. Yeah, pretty good.
Doing pretty good.
Playing lots of Blood Bowl. What's new?
How's Blood Bowl going for you? How is that?
I'm dominating the absolute living hell out of Sam's league. I'll tell you that much.
It's important.
I love your guys' antagonism on Twitter.
I'll tell you that much. Sam has no chance ever, except for the bullshit character that he's freaking rolled. That's
I saw that, yeah.
13 movement, 1-turn touchdowns every turn if you don't block them. It's fucking insane.
I don't understand like anything about.
Listen, okay, just
so Blood Bowl.
let's put it this way. Each side of the field has like 12 squares. So if you have 13 movement, you can move the whole field in one turn, which means that if there's nobody like covering every avenue of your movement, you're gonna touch down like every turn.
Oh, okay.
The problem here is that it involves sports knowledge. So Adam is just like...
I mean, I don't know anything about sports,
listen.
but I picked up Blood Bowl and I was just like, you know what? This is just a tabletop game. It doesn't matter what the sport is.
I understand how, aside from icing, I know how hockey works. I understand the rules of basketball and also baseball. Football and rugby and soccer are on the far end of my understanding.
Like Blood Bowl isn't football because in football you don't kill your opponent like
don't you though?
with bladed fists.
Listen, can we all just get really into highlight? Can that be a thing? Can we all just get really hype on highlight?
What is this, 19th?
What is that?
East Coast of America?
I don't even know what that is.
Highlight, I think it's Brazilian. It's a like kind of like racquetball or like handball, but you have these big scoops.
Yeah.
And you throw a ball really fast.
The ball goes just ridiculous.
Yeah, like ludicrously fast. Yeah.
It's like, it's not really a ball. It's just like this wad of
like a
hard leather.
It's like a
and it
clay
can
ball.
kill you if it hits you in the head.
Yeah.
Let's not do that, please.
That's
I'm
like-
really bad at sports. That would be really bad.
It used to be huge in the US and it would be in casinos. It was like a big betting thing.
Yeah.
Because of how the sport works, it's like really, really good for betting on. And so it was like massive in the 1930s. And then
So like in that bit in Deadpool where they bet on who's going to die.
Okay, yeah.
Except with sports.
The
That seems fine.
Deadpool. That's
Okay.
what that is. Remember? Do you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, highlight is a little bit like the disc game from Tron. It's a little like
Yeah,
that.
a little bit like the disc game from Tron. Yeah.
Nerd reference. I get that.
There you go. We can contextualize it. Yeah, that's true. So it's not so much sports that I don't understand. It's just because sports are just games.
But I mean, aside from that,
Like Blood Bowl, I don't get.
Aside from that, pretty good. Blades was great this week, and it continues to be great every week. So,
it's a good time.
it's good.
Nice. How was your D&D game yesterday, Blue Jay? How did that go?
We didn't die. I lightning fingers to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I also didn't summon a unicorn, so God, I have to turn that off. One sec. I'm sorry.
There's a beeping.
Yeah,
thing.
there was a beeping.
Spooky.
Spooky
I got to
beeping.
ride my bike to work yesterday for the first time in like 7 weeks or something.
Nice.
And that felt real good.
Yeah. It's finally it's not like rainy and it's not snowing here anymore. So yeah, bike weather. Do you have like are you one of those people that has a winter bike and a regular bike?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, you get the for reals tires for the winter.
Mostly it's fenders and stuff. Like winter roads, the bikes I have been working on this month It's just like the most disgusting thing. Just like
Yeah, I
salt,
believe it.
dirt everywhere, and everything's all rusted and horrifying. And it's just like,
What do you mean
Yeah.
you don't like your chain corroding? It's fine.
yeah, it'll just like stop being able to move. So it's just this like it's an object shaped like this that's
Yeah.
stuck onto their bike, it's supposed to move, but it can't.
Welcome back, Blue Jay. You were saying about Dungeons and Dragons. I am legit curious. So your party's level. Y'all are level 7. Right?
We're level 7, yeah. And I don't know what they started at because I joined as a guest, and then they were just like, "We like you, stay." And I was like, "Oh."
So you didn't earn level 7.
I didn't earn level 7.
It was
No,
just handed to you.
I was handed level 6, I think, level 5 maybe.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes, I was handed the power, and I used it for my own gain, and I'm really cool. And no, we nearly, like, I didn't nearly die. Actually, it was cool because I like used spells, and I was like, hey, I can do this as a bonus action, and I use my sorcery points, and I'm just like actually like learning stuff about things, and I don't know, it's good. I felt like a 10th, maybe like 100th Dave for a second.
So we measure
100th Dave.
we measure our D&D skill in Dave fractions.
Fractions of Dave.
Well, just yeah.
A full Dave is just winning D&D. So
The only time you get a full Dave is if you're Dave.
If you're Dave, yeah.
Yeah.
Like that time I rolled a 20 and then
Actually
that was
rolled-
about 9, 10, 'cause then the
That was-
crocodile-
That was great. No,
that was
but
almost-
like that time you used a macro for your
Yeah.
There's 1/10 Daves every time. Actually, no, what is it? Is it it's like a 33% repeating Daves or something?
what?
Awesome.
No, Trist is great, and
Nerf crocodile.
whoever's not watching D&D Prophecy and any of Trist's other games should remedy their bullshit right now.
Yeah, I want to save the other games talk for tomorrow. Andrew, I'll ask you about how Apocalypse World was, but D&D today, Apocalypse World tomorrow. One must keep one's games in their correct spot.
I got a new game. I got a new game coming up
Yeah.
on Tuesday this coming week.
Is it D&D? Because
It's a
otherwise you
D&D
can't
it's a
talk
D&D
about
game.
it.
It's a 5e game where I am playing a wizard with 20 intelligence and 3 wisdom. It's
Right.
rolling stats though.
Mother
4
of God.
ones. Sweet deal.
That is a
Oh,
dark, that is a
man.
dark time.
How do you roll 4 ones?
You roll dice and they all come up 1.
That's crazy.
God has forsaken you.
I mean, I don't want to talk shit, but blame Roll20.
I mean,
for
like, sure. It's you though. It's rolling well in a game. is-
It's you though.
Rolling
Yeah.
well in games, it's a known fact that rolling well is part of being good at role-playing games.
I mean,
You can do all the funny voices in the world you want, but if you can't roll good, that's just how it is.
But yeah, 20 intelligence, 3 wisdom. I don't even know how I'm gonna play that. But we'll
Total
figure-
lack of ability to practically apply knowledge. You know lots
Yeah.
of stuff, but have no way to know how to use it in real life. I feel like that's the thing, right?
It's like she knows everything about all these ancient things, but like tying her shoes is hard.
Mhm, yeah, I feel that. That's the thing. That's real. Well, I always think that's the fun challenge, right? Of like, if you get to choose everything about your character, it puts all the pressure on you to work that out kind of in advance. But if you randomly get assigned some stuff, you're like, okay, cool. Now I have some pieces that I have to.
Yeah,
put
I mean, I
together.
wasn't unhappy to have a low stat. It's just the first 3 I've ever rolled, like in my D&D stat rolling career.
Yeah.
So it was
Good-
kind of
Good
surprising.
luck with your 3 wisdom. Don't get.
Yeah, mind control is going to be a
I
thing.
was gonna say, yeah.
Oh,
I hope
God.
you don't have to make too many will saves. Cool. Well, should we do the thing? Should we play the game?
Should we do
Because
this
there's a
thing?
fight. There's a fight to do.
There's a fight. It's gonna happen.
So we left off with an explosion of broken glass and some strange thorn creatures and an animated scarecrow.
Roll initiative.
And roll initiative, yeah. So the just to reset the scene, I grabbed a bunch of tokens that I'd like to show off. So first of
God.
all, check out how cool this scarecrow is. They're gonna mess you up with their scarecrow hands.
Very
So
scary.
there's scarecrows at the windows, scarecrows at the door. The windows have all broken in, and these little spiny creatures are coming in to get you. But that's
Very
okay
cute.
because this guy.
I love that people do like they make little 3D models and then just take a completely two-dimensional image of them from the top
Mhm.
and put it into Roll20, and it's just like
Yeah. This
Why?
is the most. It's the most shirtless half drow I could find. Again, he's a full drow, so you know this is artistic license. He's not wearing a cape and no shirt. But maybe this is how Oleander envisions him. But he's a little softer than this, a little less drow Fabio. But I feel like this was
Fabio.
This was the hunky. It was the hunkiest I could find. It was the hunkiest drow I could find for you.
Thank you for my immersion.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Giraffe.
So now you have to protect this, as Chad has so elegantly put it, this character from an edgelord romance novel. So these creatures made out of vines and thorns have sort of burst into the cabin. The cabin itself is quite small, not a lot of room here. You can't swing an axe hitting an attack of opportunity.
But the real question is, can I cast a spell with a 10-foot radius without hitting anybody else?
You can't cast a spell with a 5-foot radius without hitting anybody else.
I mean, and the answer is I'm going to do it anyway.
10 will fill the room.
I know.
So let's all select our tokens and commence to rolling initiative.
Commence the rollination.
Begin the rolling. All right.
So thankfully, I don't have to mechanically worry about the fact that I was drunk when this fight started.
No, it's true. Yeah, I'm not going to punish you for your RP.
I appreciate that.
Okay. And the scarecrows.
Oh god, do you even put it in his fucking description? Are you kidding me right now?
Well, we don't want to get him mixed up with any of the other characters.
Any of the other half drows named Cyrilis, whatever.
All right.
Cyrilis, Cialis.
Oh.
medication.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Ask your
Graveris.
doctor if this half drow is right for you.
Fairy fire lasts more than 4 hours. Consult the physician. Oh boy. All right.
Please stop.
Just enough. Graveris, the game begins with ever ready for battle. Graveris, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I mean, what we all must remember is that Lane was not surprised.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on. So
I mean, let it
everyone
be known.
who is definitely not surprised, you don't have to roll. No one else does either because she was all laughing and but Lane was extra not surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scarecrow's coming to life.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what are these little...
The problem, so here's the problem though, with once you take that feat, your every holiday is ruined for you, right? Like, your beloved gives you a gift on Christmas and you open it and you're like,
Yep.
of course.
And then you throw it away?
Well, I don't know.
No.
You're throwing it in the
Doesn't
pile.
even know what it is, doesn't
In the pile.
You're throwing it in the pile of things that don't surprise you.
everything in the whole
There's
world.
like several goblins and stuff like piled in his pile.
Not
Yeah.
surprised.
Yeah. Someone
A
tells you,
piece of burnt toast. I'm not surprised.
someone finally admits that they've loved you as long as they've known you, and you're like,
Yeah.
of course.
I know.
I mean, it just
I know.
makes me Han Solo, really.
Yeah, you just Han Solo that shit.
Yeah. I knew you'd say that. All right. So, Gravaris.
What am I looking at with these little things?
So they're let me see if they're medium or small. They are medium, so they're about human size, more like halfling size, but sort of bipedal clusters of tangled thorny vines. Somewhere in the kind of like bulbous head region, there are 2 glowing kind of like embers buried within the thorns to make eyes. But otherwise, yeah, they're just sort of little bipedal thorn creatures.
They are still taller than me.
Yes, they are bigger than you.
Okay. This seems like a reasonable opportunity for me to cast the spell Aid.
Okay.
I will bolster my allies with toughness and resolve
Who are the allies you choose
Three
to bolt
characters
on?
within range, and each target's hit point maximum and current hit points increased by 5.
Ooh.
Who's getting bolstered?
Well, I will get bolstered,
Okay.
and Anastasia will get bolstered,
Yes, chosen one.
and
Can we just leave it at that? Just like.
Oleander can get bolstered.
So is this temporary hit points we put that in, or?
Yes. Yeah. You get
Technically,
5.
it's increased to your maximum hit
Oh,
point.
it is. That's right. They're not 10 hit points.
But then I'll
But-
forget how many hit points. I
Yeah,
have.
I'm storing it as temporary, but it's just that we could heal them if we needed to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I figure Lane is gonna be fine. He's
Hopefully.
tough.
All right. So what does the aid of mask look and feel like? What does it feel like to be a chosen one of mask, albeit for 8 hours?
For 8 hours, you two can be.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
So what is that? What is that like? What do the other characters see when you cast that spell? Is their mediocrity stolen from them temporarily?
Wow.
You don't
I
suck
think-
as much. Thanks.
I think what it
because
is
Mask,
kind of
Mask is
like-
not a god that gives. Mask only takes, right? Mask is a thief.
I think what it is it's the like creepy whispers, and so like while you're fighting, it's just like telling you to duck or like move.
Right.
It's like you get these like premonitions of what's going to happen.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's not that you're like actually tougher. It's just that you have like the secret hint manual of how the fight's going to go, and you know ahead of time.
Yeah, I love that. Like it's like because hit points are already abstract, right? Hit points are already not necessarily getting hit; they're just getting tired in a fight. And so the idea of Mask being like he's gonna hit you in the face, and you like dodge and like punch the wall. You're like, see, I told you. Yeah, I like
Yeah,
that.
Stuff
Cool.
like that.
All right,
Cool.
sweet. So that's your action. Do you have a bonus action or a move you would like to use?
For my bonus action, I shake my fist at this enemy in front of me. No, I'll like draw my sword, and I have my shield out. So
All right.
I fighting with the thing in front of me.
So the needle blights, they get to go next, but they're tied with Oleander for roll. So Oleander, what's your dexterity bonus? Or your initiative?
Is
Your initiative bonus?
3.
3. Okay, so I'll bump you up to 14 for the sake of tracking. And then let's do the same. Anastasia, what's your initiative bonus?
My initiative bonus is 3.
Okay, I will bump you up to 11. Not 1, Adam. There's 2 1s in the number 11. There we go. Okay. All right, Oleander, you can go, and then the needle blights will begin their onslaught.
I'm
of
gonna
sharpness.
stab and then stab again, probably, is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna drizz it. It's gonna be great.
Okay, so you're gonna draw your 2 scimitars.
Yeah, well, there's no real room to draw
So-
a bow in this house.
So as you draw your scimitars, Ceralis looks sidelong at you and gives you a really look. Like, a drow with 2 scimitars?
Okay. I'm sorry, my GM keeps
Smashes
putting me
his
in melee
fist through the
combat.
fourth wall.
Yeah, he just looks at it quickly, like he just a brief glance at your swords. No, he's very
Yeah,
excited
all right.
about seeing
Well,
your
he
swords in
can
action.
eat my scimitar. No, the one in front of me, that guy.
Okay, yes, you hit, obviously, with a 23.
And then the offhand is a bonus action, right?
Yes, and it's, you get your normal to hit, but not
I've
damage.
got the modifier already on there.
Okay, you got a 13 to hit, which is enough, yep.
Boom.
Nice. All right. So, like chopping a salad, you shred the needle blight with 2 quick swings of your scimitars.
Effective.
Sure.
Very effective,
Thank
yeah.
you.
So now there's just chunks of vegetation among the broken glass. The little embers that it has for eyes vanish into the night. So now the remaining blights. Well, what's funny about Ceralis is his stat block indicates that he gets to make 2 melee attacks, and I have not yet decided what weapons he has. So, all right, first though, the needle blights. The one that's like up on the dresser here scrambles over to behind you, Oleander, and is going to make his attack.
Great.
So he attacks with his needly claw. and I hit a
Nope.
13, so he misses. So you dodge out of the way, and it slashes its hand across the wall, leaving thorns jetting out of the wood.
Mhm.
The one on the table, I will roll randomly to see who it attacks, because I don't think it has a target in particular that it cares about. And he gets a 2, so he's going to attack Graveris. So Graveris, a swipe of its claws. Actually, it would try to kick you. So you duck out of the way. And the one.
However, before it does that, it gets bonked by me.
Oh, you have Sentinel still? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I decided to
Sentinize it.
Yeah, do it. Nice. Yes, you hit. All right. How much damage do you deal, Lane? How much?
I think he has crashed.
Oh, I am so bad. Sorry about this. You can probably hear it on my voice as well.
I know your face is frozen.
Good.
Now.
There it
Yeah,
is.
that's what we like.
No, I was like, is he? It's for dramatic
Like-
effect.
Hello. Hello.
Hello,
Hello, Dave.
you rolled a 12.
So many
There's
rolls.
so many rolls.
Hi.
Dang.
Just keep rolling damage.
Sorry.
Just keep doing it.
There we go. We've
Hey,
got
we're
faith
back.
Welcome
now.
back. Yeah, you deal it 12 damage.
Never
So-
mind.
It is
Oh.
Sloon. Take the aura off these two. The witch has captured.
Okay.
The witch has captured Lane in a time freeze spell.
Oh boy.
Help.
Aw. All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and make this next attack while Dave struggles.
Yeah,
with
do
getting
it,
through
do it.
This one is going to attack Anastasia.
Mm-hmm.
So here comes the claw. Anastasia.
The claw.
The claw. You take 6 damage.
Cool.
And let's see, was that all of them? Yes, it was. Okay. Do we have a Dave? Dave, are you back? You seem like you're back.
I feel like Dave's
Hello.
back.
Hello there.
Am I back?
You are.
Yeah.
Would you like to take a turn?
Yeah, I'd love to.
I would love it if you took a turn too. You killed that one. I don't know if you
Dave,
saw
I
that.
would really love it if you moved up towards me, rather than any.
So up towards you would require climbing onto the table, but it could be done.
Or going through my square.
Yeah. Oh, I guess you might
Where
take
are
an
you?
attack of opportunity from the. But there's a wall in the way. I don't know.
No, it's a door, right? I mean, anyway, like you don't have that much space to move, so even if you climb over
Okay,
it,
well, either way, just kill the thing. Just kill.
Where is Anastasia? I don't even see her.
I
on the map.
am.
She's right
She's
here.
very tiny.
She's
She's
Right.
little. She's a kobold.
Oh, I thought that
I
was
am-
just like a bedside lamp or something.
Wow! I am not a lamb.
Oh my god, that's so good.
I am your heroic kobold companion.
Oh my god. I'm sorry, I
Heroic.
thought you were a lamp.
Okay,
oh
so
man.
this door, is this door still intact?
No, it's broken.
Okay, so I can't really get up there feasibly, so I'm gonna just like hold this entrance against what I guess is gonna be the strongest enemy. And I have a suspicion. Therefore, I am going to, before I step round and make a great sword attack,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cast a spell, which is called
Nice.
Searing Smite.
Searing Smite.
Yeah.
Ooh.
My suspicion is that scarecrows are made of like twigs and hay.
Uh-huh.
So
So maybe fire damage will be good.
yeah, it's like hopefully.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So what does that look like? What does your Searing Smite look like?
It's like bolt paper or flame paper or whatever off Bloodborne. It's like the hold up the greatsword, and she goes on fire.
Nice. Yeah, that Bloodborne fire paper effect looks so fucking cool. Cool.
Yep.
So everybody in the room, you feel, especially Gavaris, you feel the sudden heat, and you hear the whoosh of flame as the great sword ignites.
Showy torn bullshit.
His weapon is flaring with white hot intensity. Cool. All right, and then you want to make your attack. Oh
Bam.
shit!
So much intensity.
Oh shit!
Intensity.
Fire intensity. All right, so you get to roll double the fire damage on the attack.
See, fire's
Yeah,
intensities
let
are
me-
very dangerous because
Let me just
it's so
reroll.
Get out of here.
Add another. Okay, so that's 21 plus. Oh, this is the fire.
Okay.
Now I'm going to reroll that one again.
Now who's the lamp?
Obligatory statement about
Hey.
macro.
Okay, so that's
31.
yeah,
31 total.
31. It might be resistances and vulnerabilities if I'm hopefully correct.
Yeah. So as you anticipated, the scarecrow does indeed have vulnerability to fire. So that's 62 fire damage.
Are you
correct?
wait? The fire damage was only 10. Do you double like?
Oh,
the
that's right.
entire-
It only doubles. It's still enough to kill him. So what's the fire? The fire did how much?
10
11?
damage.
10.
All right, so it's 20 fire damage, and then the regular. Yeah, it's more than enough. You just fry him, no problem. Let me make sure he doesn't have. Oh God, it's so complicated. Okay, he's resistant to slashing and piercing damage. So let's do some math.
So the
Okay, so
slashing
I
is
He
do-
takes
21.
20. He takes 20 from the fire.
Yeah, and 10 more from slashing.
Okay, so he takes 30 total.
Yep.
All right. So he is still alive,
Barely.
but the fact that you burned him helps. So you slash through him, and chunks of hay spill to the floor. But then he ignites on fire from the inside, and he stays burning. Right. He makes a con save at the end of his turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he'll take another d6 times 2 fire damage at the beginning of his next turn. And then has to make a con save. Cool. All right, he's on fire. Let me see if I can find a little "you're on fire" marker for him. Let's see. Use. Oh, there's no just like little fire one. Okay, we'll use this one. Okay. All right. So now he's a burning scarecrow. Anastasia, it is your turn.
Okay, well, I think probably my best option is to try and get rid of this little twig guy near me.
Mhm.
So I am going to turn to him and cast Eldritch Blast. I'm
All right.
going to
So
blast-
you're at
blast
disadvantage because you have one
Eldrically.
5 feet away. From him.
But I do have a friend, Mr. Cerulus, in melee range, so pack tactics. So no, actually,
Nice.
I'm at a regular roll
Nice.
for Eldritch Blast.
Whoa! Whoa!
Ah!
Yeah, and y'all are rolling great. All right.
You reckon
16 damage, 16 force damage.
Toasted. You just blow it to pieces. It just like
Damn.
flies apart.
nice.
Thank you
Totally.
guys for impressing my new boyfriend.
Totally
I
annihilated.
mean,
There's one of these moves. It's just like boom, and then
you're
Yeah.
not gonna want to get down on that bed though, because now it's got splinters in it.
Yeah, you just point blank the thing. You just like reach out and touch it and it just blows apart, sending shrapnel. all over the place.
Eldritch shotgun.
Yeah, exactly. Just- yeah. God, there's a game. It might be Unknown Armies. There's a game where you get a bonus to your attack spells if you make the like noise before you cast the spell. God, what game is that?
Really?
Yeah. Well, so I mean, Unknown Armies is all like weird postmodern magic. Like all the magic in that game is weird, which is what makes me think that. But it might be feng shui. I can't remember. There's definitely you can take a power where if you make the shotgun cocking noise before you attack.
It reminds me of God, I can't remember which of the films it is. It's one of the scary movie films, and it's my favorite Easter egg I found in one of them. And like nobody seems to know about it, but I noticed there's a bit where he comes out of a shed to fight some like aliens or demons or something with a shovel, and he takes the shovel and a shell comes out of it. It's so good.
Yeah, I think it might be feng shui. But yeah, that I just remembered that rule. That's so funny.
Okay.
All right, so scarecrows. So the scarecrow that was outside clambers in through the window, and will attack It'll attack Graveris, and the one in front of you, Lane. Let's see if he dies. Can you roll the d6 fire damage for me?
Yes, indeed, I can.
Oh, so he takes 2. All right. Still on fire. Takes 2 damage. And let's see. He's going to attack. He's going to attack you, Lane. He gets 2 claw attacks.
Okay.
So first claw attack, it's a 16, which I
Miss.
assume misses.
Yep, missed.
Okay. And then the second claw attack, also a miss. All right. So he's just like burning and clawing at your armor, trying to kill you. Can't do it. And then Graveris, claw attack number 1.
Hold up. It's been my turn since then. He's going to get smacked again.
Okay. No, wait, hold on. Oh, yeah, right. It's your turn, regenerates the reaction, and then now it's after your turn. Yeah, perfect.
Yep.
Okay.
I might
I
miss
think
that.
you miss, yeah. No, actually you hit. Yeah, you hit.
Okay, just to help Graveris out, I can't Searing Smite this time, but I will Regular Smite.
Okay. Yeah, good call.
9, so that's 4 plus 9, 13.
13 total?
Actually, I'm going to reroll that too.
Okay.
Okay, so that's 15 total.
Yeah, okay, great. All right. Let me I want to double check your searing thingy here. It's at the start of each turn. Oh, he makes the save at the start of the turn. Okay, let me see if that works. So it's con save. What's the DC?
12.
Okay. All right. So he does make the save. So I'll give him his 2 hit points back, and the fire.
Okay, that's
fire
fair.
goes out. It's weird how some abilities occur at the end of the turn and some at the start. Like it's so inconsistent.
Yeah, I think it's like the only way that spell's balanced against like Slendering Smite or something is if they can take 2d6 before they act.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. All right. So anyway, the first claw attack from the Scarecrow hits Graveris. So Graveris, you take 6 damage from the claw and need to make a DC 11 Wisdom save. Okay,
Need to
no
do.
problem. No fear for Graveris. And then
Graveris so wise.
I ain't scared.
the second attack definitely doesn't hit. All right, so the Scarecrows are done. So, Ceralis draws a pair of short swords, because not all drow use.
Hashtag,
cool
hashtag
looking.
not all drow.
He turns to fight. He turns to fight the creature behind you, yeah, he looks at you, kind of looks at you, looks quickly at the creature, and gives you this kind of like "I got your back" look, so that you can go fight the Scarecrow. He's like, "Don't worry, I'll take this thing out."
All right.
And we'll see if he can do it. The first attack is a hit.
Does he hit it handsomely,
Everything he does is handsome.
steadily in his
Yep.
slashing?
And then the second attack also hits for another 5. Yes, he kills it. He kills it for you.
So impressive. I'm so impressed.
He kills it for you.
That's right. He does. That's exactly it.
This is all ridiculous.
Okay, yeah. So he kills the thing, and then I think he's gonna move. He's gonna move forward to the Scarecrow. All right, Graveris, it is your turn.
What's up, Scarecrow? Prepare to get necrotized.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna cast Inflict Wounds. I get a 14.
You hit.
On a scarecrow? Does he even have flesh?
I deal 26 necrotic damage.
Okay. Necrotic damage isn't just about dissolving flesh. It's about like the material that they're made of, like crumbling. and
Oh,
falling
okay.
apart.
That would make sense.
And
He
so
it doesn't have any resistance to
in
necrotic damage.
classic fashion, I like make this weird like glowy spectral hand thing go on, and then does it have the like jack-o'-lantern like on
Yeah.
fire?
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
on?
totally.
Yeah, so I like swing my hand through its head and like snuff out the light in the jack-o'-lantern,
Nice.
or like it like gutters and flickers and goes weird colors, and yeah,
Take that, Tim Burton.
yeah, exactly.
And he takes 26 damage.
Yeah.
All right. He when you snuff out the candle, the whole thing just like the whole thing crumbles to the ground, and then the pumpkin does that like rotting in high speed thing where it just like kind of like folds in on itself and turns gray.
Putrefies.
Yeah,
Damn.
putrefies, turns gray,
Cool.
and disappears. All right, Oleander.
I shoot the thing that Lane's fighting with. I put my scimitars away because everyone hates them.
Just put the scimitars away. You're done with them.
Yeah. Is that a hit? Yeah.
Yes, 17 is a hit. Okay.
What?
So
Okay.
two damage. All right, so it's easy to hit, right? It's just a scarecrow. You just hear like the sound of the hay.
It's like target practice.
Yeah, exactly. You're shooting a target dummy. It's just standing right there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Lane, you wanna try and finish the job?
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Give him the old 1-2 buckle your shoe maneuver.
There'll be no shoes buckling on this roll.
Wow.
Yeah.
Looks like somehow no.
Yeah, you take a swing, and it's probably just trying to fight him in the doorway. Like you hit the wall, and you
Yeah.
can't quite get in.
Looks like the good old kobold lamp.
Crashing the stacked house with a great
Combo lamp.
Eldritch Blast this
What?
with advantage because of pack tactics.
Yep, the lamp begins to glow.
Oh! Another Eldritch Blast at the Scarecrow, and that's 3 force damage.
All right, I don't think force is on the list. So okay, so it takes 3 damage. You blow one of his arms off, but he's still going, he's still fighting. So the Scarecrow will make his possibly last 2 attacks on Lane. First claw attack.
Is the name of the town's local Blood Bowl team the Fighting Scarecrows?
All right, no hits.
No.
Surprising no one. His claws made out of wood can't get through your armor. And then Ceralis.
Ooh, scary
um,
Scarecrow.
Ceralis, spins his swords, puts them back in his sheaths, draws a short bow, and says, kind of like to the room, but to Gravaris and Lane, watch your heads, and takes a shot with a bow.
That's not a short bow.
The first shot, yeah, it says longbow. It's fine. The only difference is the range. And he hits, and he deals 7 damage, and he kills the thing. So he puts an arrow
He
right
does
through its
3 damage.
pumpkin head. Yeah, it only had 1 hit point left.
Hey, Adam.
Yeah.
What were the quality of his arrows like?
They-
God damn it!
so here's the thing. You know, he fires the arrow, and it goes through the pumpkin head and like into a tree behind it, and he falls down, and we see the arrow, quivering gently, stuck in the tree trunk. And it's like the most beautiful, like hand carved
I hate
arrows.
you
The feathers are cut
so
perfectly by
much
hand. And if you look at the
right
inside of his
now.
house, he's got like a fletching kit. He does them all himself. He makes artisanal arrows. He sells them
So
on Etsy.
upset. I need to keep him.
Please sell some on Etsy.
Yeah, it's like he's got a side business. He's got his own little brewery in his house where he makes cider, and then he has this business where he makes artisanal arrows. Yeah,
Just command him to make you some.
and a chunk of gourd falls from the arrow and splatters on the ground as the scarecrow crumbles. And immediately after the chaos of battle, Ceralis turns to Oleander with a look of concern on his face to make sure you're all right.
I was very effective, okay?
Oh yeah, he knows. He's not patronizing you. This isn't a like damsel in distress situation. There's admiration in this look as well. Like he turns to look at you like, are you okay? But also like, good job. He's breathing hard a little bit from the exertion.
Can I
Heaving bosoms.
can I do some kind of Arcana check on these like
Yeah, definitely.
Like, I take my book out and I'm flipping through. I'm like, I swear I saw something to do with these.
Jenny Greenteeth is going to have to do better than this to take us out.
I didn't see anything.
Yeah, Anastasia. Probably these things were animated by magic.
Probably magic.
They're probably magical.
I like do the one-handed book shut like slam thing, but it's like really awkward because I got a small hand and a really big book. I think probably they were magic. But you already knew that more than likely. I'll just
Just gonna pick your cider up off the floor.
Yeah. Just,
Pick a piece of glass out of it.
Some like twigs.
Yeah. So once he's comfortable with, once he's aware that you're okay, Oleander, Cyrillus looks around the cabin at all the broken glass and chunks of monster all over the place, and he shakes his head, and he's like, "God's damn that witch."
Seems like it's personal now. Perhaps we should overcome your fear and go take care of that.
He says, it's fine. It's just a mess. Nothing a little sweeping won't fix, and I can buy new windows. The weather's not going to be bad for some time.
Are you that frightened of her?
I am, and you should be as well. This, he gestures around, this was nothing. Just trying to scare us.
didn't really work very well.
He nods. Careful of that. Overconfidence can be just as deadly as a knife. Now, where did I leave that broom? And he's like looking around his apartment. And, like everybody's in the house, and there's broken glass everywhere.
Yeah, I like.
Oleander, he picks you up and puts your shade back on.
Wait, what? You mean
Or,
kobold?
Anastasia, yeah, picks you up. You're okay. Here you go.
Here's a shade.
Puts a nice new light bulb in your mouth.
No.
I'm gonna set up my camp outside the house.
Okay.
I'm just like, fuck this. I'm going to sleep.
Yeah,
What if
'cause
there are more
nighttime.
scarecrows?
It's nighttime, so.
She could
I
come
think I
and
made clear
attack again
earlier
at any
that I ain't
time.
third.
Right.
I mean, you can use it as an excuse to stay indoors if you want to.
Yeah, like as Bravaris starts to do the camp, I do a quick like scout round the area just to see if I can find anything else out of the ordinary.
Oh, you should detect.
I still got a spell. Oh, sorry, was I over talking over somebody?
No. I just had an idea.
Okay. I can't tell because I keep lagging. I'm going to do a quick detect magic as well to see if I can get any hints as to where the like animation spells were cast from.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Do that. Detect magic.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, the scarecrows were just like outside, and were given life. But all of the animating power that was in this place has faded. You don't see any sign of it. But if Jenny Greenteeth were to attack again in the night, you wouldn't be surprised.
Good. Good. I'm glad of that.
It wouldn't surprise you if she were to attack again. No, it seems if not safe, at least free of sort of external magical influence.
Is there anything that I can do to like do some like, I don't know, I want to say research, but I feel like there's nothing for me to research from, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
To like try and figure out any kind of strategy for this particular Jenny Greenteeth individual. I guess I gotta wait till morning and maybe go into town.
Yeah, or you can make an Arcana check about like witches generally, but it's a pretty
Yeah.
broad term. Witch can
whatever,
refer
might
to
as
pretty
well.
much any like woman with magic powers that people don't like. So
Oh.
Yeah, the woman with powers probably.
mhm. Yeah.
I mean, like me,
Yeah.
for example.
Yeah. So are we bedding down, as it were?
Yeah, I think so.
What?
That's good. That was good. Subtle. All right. So yeah, you want to make camp. He's got this little yard out back near the well. So you can make camp out there. Yeah, I think that as you're getting ready, Cyrillus is just like sweeping the broken glass out of his house and maybe putting up something to cover the windows. Yeah, you want to take a long rest here because that'll carry you out to the morning.
Mhm.
I would indeed.
Okay. I'm gonna roll something
I
real
sleep under the table.
quick. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. So,
The three more scarecrows.
you each take watch. And I think Oleander, partway through your watch, you can hear. So while you're all resting, you can hear the sounds of the deeper forest. Right, you can hear the sort of night animals waking up. Maybe you hear a wolf, like a pack of wolves, howling to each other and off in the distance. You can also hear the gurgling of this like stream that he lives by. You can hear that throughout the night. And I think that Oleander, partway through your watch, you hear a sound from the shore.
From the gurgling creek thing.
Yeah, can you make a perception check for me?
Yeah. Ugh. Ugh. I'm really distracted.
Okay.
For some weird
You
reason.
just want to get back to a particular bed and
There's no reason why. I can't imagine why I would be distracted at this
You
point.
just hear a sound. Yeah, you just hear something, and it's like like a noise. That's definitely not the sound of the water, but it's being obscured by it. Yeah, coming from down here somewhere.
Sorry, I probably need to scroll out on the map.
You're all over here camping.
I mean, are we though? Come on, please.
Oleander. I mean, unless you say otherwise, in which case there'd have to be some other rolls made first.
No, there would not. No, okay. Fine. I don't even care. His house is a mess.
It's true.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I mean, so I just hear a noise and it's not like
You hear something, but like when you try to listen for it, you can't because there's the sound of the water is too, I guess too loud. It's fairly quiet.
I mean, I'm supposed to be on watch. I could probably just like go a little bit outside the clearing and like check it out.
Yeah, you could.
Where is it coming from? You said like there?
Yeah, down there somewhere.
Okay. I attempt to go see if I can hear it better closer.
Okay, yeah. I mean, all you have to really do is like get around the edge of the woods here, and you can see down towards the water. And you see Ceralis sitting by the edge of the water. He's sitting on like a log. And he's facing the water, and he seems to be playing some kind of like musical instrument. And the sound that you heard was like a lute or a mandolin or something. And he's playing it quietly, but yeah.
Great.
His guitar gently weeping.
Fucking guys and their stupid loots. I don't fucking know.
Guys and their stupid loot.
What do I do with this? Yes, I go to fucking the guy.
Anyway, here's Wonderwall. All right, so you want to? I mean, do you want to sneak up on him, or do you want to just like,
No,
walk
I
up?
wouldn't sneak. I'd be like, oh, it's you, right? Did you get your is your hut cleaned? No more twigs in your bed.
Where are you saying this from? Like, just describe your
I would
approach.
I would have like
seems-
gone away from like the sleeping party members.
He seems like unaware of your presence.
Really?
Yeah.
Entirely?
Well, I don't know. He, like I said, he seems. If he can hear you approach, he doesn't like turn around and he isn't like. "Ugh."
I'm
Right.
surprised.
Yeah, like I just want to know if you're actually trying to be like.
No, I'm
Okay,
not.
so
Like,
you just come up behind him.
the
while he's
only
playing.
the only reason why I would be like trying to sneak at all would be so that they didn't wake up.
Sure. Yeah, and I think that's fine.
The kind of people are sleeping quiet, not like sneaking quiet.
Okay. So you come up behind him and then do you interrupt him or do you let him finish what he's playing?
There's no reason to interrupt him.
Okay. All right. So can you make a history check?
Sure. It's gonna be bad.
Okay. All right.
There you go.
You recognize the song, sort of like bits and pieces of it seem familiar, but you're not you're not sure what it is. He's humming quietly, but not singing.
Right.
And yeah, he finishes playing where he doesn't finish the song, but he stops playing, and reaches up to like tune the lute, and I think he can see your reflection in the edge of the river. And instead of like turning around and looking at you, he talks, but he's looking at you, at your reflection in the water. Yeah, actually, he doesn't speak first. That would be rude. He just looks at you and waits for you to speak, to address him.
Oh, right. Drow.
Right. So
right.
Socialized
Drow.
obsequiousness.
Yeah, no, I would say, I would just inquire vaguely about whether he's cleaned up his shit, like I said before.
Okay. Yeah, so he
Oh my god.
he nods. And he says it wasn't so bad. Living out in the woods like I do, I've seen worse. There was a goblin problem for several years, but it's fine. As I said, I'll go into town and trade for some new windows.
I don't understand why you would just let her attack your home.
He kind of looks back over his shoulder and he says, it's just a place. I can rebuild. I can fix. I'd prefer that she didn't notice me at all, but to be honest, I think you're the ones that she has a problem with, not me. And it may seem cowardly, but I'd like it to stay that way.
We go to try and end her. You will take us there. You don't think that she'll have a problem with that? If perhaps we all die, she'll come for you. You know that. Why don't you just help us?
Well, I can go elsewhere. It's how it works. I mean, don't you understand? And he stands up and looks at you, and the moonlight catches his face dramatically. He says, do you have a home?
Not anymore.
Right. There's no place for us here. Or beneath either, I suspect, or I think you'd still be there. I don't care about things like this cabin or those villagers, to be honest. The world is too dangerous to be throwing ourselves in the path of things that want to kill us.
What else is there to do?
He looks down and he says, try to survive. I've been alone a long time. And he kind of like looks like wistfully past you.
I like turn back to like the party and just like whatever weird tent setup that's happening.
Sure, yeah. Lane and Gravaris, and under a table somewhere, little Anastasia.
Yeah. I'm just like, it doesn't have to be that way.
Maybe not for you. You have advantages that I don't.
You think it's easier being fully drow and out in the world?
He shakes his head. He says, no, I can't. I don't know what you've experienced in your life. Just being halfway between worlds, it means you don't belong to either. If they don't love or respect you, at least you can command fear. I don't even have that.
I think that is a choice that you've made.
He gives you a look, and there's a deep, powerful accusation there. That it's not a choice, and like you make an insight check. I want to see if you pick up what he's putting down when he looks at you here. I'm curious. 17, very
I read him so well.
So this is the thing. This is essentially like you telling him, well, it's your fault you were born a dude. Like, he's like, I'm powerless because people like you took away my power. Like, the fact that I'm a drow man, which means I'm already shit.
Called it.
Yeah. And he's not mad at you personally about it, but
Yeah.
he looks at you like, well, you're part of my problem. And then he catches himself, like he realizes the look that he's giving you, and he looks down again. He looks at your boots.
And I gather whatever this from being really fucking insightful
Yeah,
for once in my
briefly
life.
insightful.
Yes. And I just like kind of shake my head and say like, you don't know anything about me. And I like walk back. Like,
all right.
Yeah.
He watches after you in the moonlight, holding his lute
Loot.
tightly in his hand. And and then we fade out. So in the morning, you are all awakened by the smell of food cooking. I think who's last on watch?
I'm probably awake during that last hour, I would imagine, because like
Okay.
if he's up making stuff or whatever, I'm like sleeping under the table. So if I take last watch, that's not
Yeah.
gonna be a problem.
No, that's perfect. Yeah. So at some point, you're woken up by the sound of like pots and pans kind of being moved around, and when you peek your head out from under the table, he says to you, like he looks over and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to wake you. I just the sun will be up soon."
It's no problem. I'm supposed to be watching anyway, I think. Around now.
He says, "Well, I could use your help." And he looks at like he's got some stuff out, and like on the table there's some like bacon that he's like cut and gotten ready to cook.
Sure.
He looks at you kind of like wincing at the light, and he's like, "There's some more cider if you'd like it." And he gestures over. There's a jug on the table.
I've probably drank enough. It's really good and I would like to drink more, but I probably drank enough.
Yeah.
If we are going to go venturing into the woods today, it's probably best that I am not drunk.
He laughs and he says, "No hair of the drow that bit you." And he laughs and turns back to like making food.
Typically, drow don't do that.
He turns around and he gives you this like this smile, like, "Well, I'm not a typical drow," and like he grins, and he's actually got kind of like sharp teeth, and he kind of like gives you this like slightly predatory look.
dying.
Oh, all right. What did you need my help with? Exactly.
Yeah, and I think as long as you're like around to help him, he asks you for like various like herbs he's got hanging from the ceiling, and like, you know,
Really?
yeah,
Really?
mm-hmm. But I think the first time he's like, "Oh, can you grab that for me?" And then he turns back, he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and he like gives you a little boost to get it for him. And then he lets you down, and this happens as the morning goes on, and you know he's whistling to himself, and then Lane, I think you wake up to the smell of food cooking. You're the next one to wake up.
I like. Is there anything specific I need to be doing today? No, I'm just do another check around camp before we head in.
Okay.
I'm still concerned about this whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you go inside or do you wake Graveris up? Graveris and Oleander.
I'll wake those two up after I've done a little lap.
Okay. All right. You get your morning constitutional around the building.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so Oleander and Graveris, you are awakened by Lane. And I guess, Lane, you're probably like, while they're waking up, you're putting your armor on.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
How long would that take? Like, what's the mechanics for that? How long does it take you to get into armor?
10 minutes?
Half an hour?
Half an hour? It depends on how heavy the armor
That's
is.
ridiculous.
There's a doff and don table. It is
I know,
easier,
yeah.
It's easier to both doff and to don armor if you have help.
Well,
Is
I
that-
will help
I'll
you.
put-
Yeah, I was like, is that something that any members of our party do? Like, we like classically help Lane into his heavy ass armor.
Well, Graveris said they'd help. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
So Graveris is helping. Okay, cool.
Yeah, you can help. I don't mind. It's not an edgelordy type thing. for me.
Well, Graveris, you have
this myself.
armor that takes some time to put on too, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's a
Does
team,
leather
it's a
armor
team
take
effort.
time to put on?
I think it's like a minute.
Yes.
Yeah, it doesn't take as long. But anyways, yeah, I help because we're a party, and I would help. It just makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. The faster he has armor on, the faster he can protect you from things that want to kill you.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right. So the sound of you up and like rattling around, Sorellis turns to you, Anastasia, and says, "Sounds like your friends are awake. I'm almost done here. If you want to go out and check on them."
Well, we'll see what we're up to today. I say, sort of like headed out the door to go and talk to the party without our friends or else like hanging around.
Yeah, there actually is no door. The door is broken.
Well, I head out the door frame.
The door frame. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you head outside. Yeah, it's a clear, somewhat crisp morning. The sun is coming down through the trees for now, but it'll eventually be directly over the cabin. It seems like it's going to be a relatively nice day.
Oh god. So,
Oh god,
Wait,
a
it's sunny?
hungover kobold would suck even worse because it's like, okay, cool, go outside, and then you're hungover and you already hate the sun.
Wait, it's sunny right now?
It will be, yeah.
The worst.
so, what is the plan exactly today?
We go to find the witch that tried to kill us, right?
Well, I mean, that's a very general plan. I'm talking more, where are we going?
Well, Sorellis, fucking whatever his name is, Sorellis.
Airless.
Sorellis.
Oleander seems like unusually fucked up this morning.
Wasn't he supposed to be taking us to this town in the forest?
Green Hall, I think.
Green Hall, yes. I don't remember.
So frazzled.
If he can take us, then we can work out what it is that we're going to do. If there are any elves in the forest that we come across, we should come up with at least how we're going to deal with that situation.
You mean running into elves? I mean,
Yes.
we haven't done anything to...
As
And
soon
then
as we're in the
I'm
forest.
just like,
well, yes, trespassing probably is a thing. You're right. We need a reason.
well,
The whole Jenny Greenteeth thing seems like a pretty good reason. I'm sure they don't want her around any more than we do.
I mean, she's been here for this long. They haven't seemed to done anything about it.
Yes, but it's one of those things where it's like a problem, but it's not really your problem, so you're not really super concerned about it until somebody else wants to fix it, you know, and once they fix it, you benefit from the fix. But you don't, I mean, I don't really know. I don't know anything about these elves.
Somehow
Let's be
I doubt they'll be very happy to have me particularly intruding on their forest.
You'll be fine. It'll be fine. If I'm going, if you're going, and all these other two here, they'll do the talking, and we'll sit back and pretend to be inoffensive.
They won't like anyone. They're wood elves.
Fair point. Yes.
the situation with Jenny Greenteeth was one that I already kind of discerned, if I remember correctly. She is like somebody that is a part of elven culture, right? She's
Oh.
like a figure.
Okay.
She's
They-
part of the like
are
wood.
with.
She's part of the wood lore of the forest, and I think the details are sort of lost. But she's like, you know about the stories about her, but not necessarily the realities, right? Like she's got lots and lots of different stories that are told about her, depending on who you are. But
Yeah, you said specifically there was one where she was riding around on a broom and there were a bunch of elves bowing to her. So-
yeah. Or not bowing like obsequiously, but like in terror of her, like scared of her.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't
then
worship her. Yeah.
Perhaps, yeah. So I say, perhaps that's an angle. But maybe if Dravaris, if you manage to mention it somehow surreptitiously, and the rest of us can try and discern how they seem to react to that, we can see if that's an angle that we can play. Whether
So-
it is a fear thing or a respect thing.
So if we okay, so we'll just go and talk to them and see if we can discern it. Also, what happened to the people who went there from the town? Because we should probably resolve that as well as Mr. Grangle, of course, who is still chasing after.
All right, cool. Well, let's grab our first break here, and then you can make your specific plan. Cyrillus can tell you what he knows because he agreed to lead you to Greenleaf, so he'll answer any questions that he can, and then we'll see what lies in wait in the forest.
Cool.
All right, stick around. We got more D&D coming at you right after the break.